Hi guys, today I came to talk about uh, the problems which us the Africans or the black community we face here in USA. Uh, some of you will agree with me to a larger extent when you look into life here. When you compare our community to other communities like Indians, like European communities, like American communities, like the white Americans, even the even this is the same thing which the black Americans are facing here. Yeah. However much they relate to me as African American or black American, but still remember I'm African. I came from Africa. I wasn't born here. Even if my kids, some of them will be born here or they are born here. So the common problem you will find here is we Africans hate each other. When you look into, uh, first of all, we are divided. Even if you're Kenya, you find like Ugandans hate Ugandans. Some groups of Africans have tried, like Kenyans, you guys have tried. Nigerians, those ones have tried. Ghanaians, you have tried. But still, when you look into the complicity of this thing, like black people, Africans, we have to, if we want to achieve a lot in this world, we have to unite. We have to have a common goal. Yeah, many YouTubers all YouTube creators have come out to say we need a united African, because you cannot move from one African country to another, like from Uganda to Nigeria or from Kenya to South Africa. There is a lot which they put in place to limit you, because it's like we are not same person, we are not same area. But remember, wherever you go, home will always be your home. Africa will always be our home. It doesn't matter the language we use, Africa is the same land. We are just divided by borders. So, for example, I will talk about the Ugandans. When we come here, we tend to fight each other, compete with each other, instead of competing with the rest of the world. I've seen it, and even Ugandans, you can say this. Even Kenyans, they tell you they work with Ugandans and Ugandans are fighting each other. Not only Ugandans, but this is something which is putting us down. Guys, when we unite, who can beat us? Like Africans, when Africans unite. For example, in this community, we have Indian shops, big shops, Indians. When you look at the Indian community, they have groups where they will stand up for each other. They have groups where they will rent houses together. They will pay off their mortgage together. They will support Indian shops. You can imagine here, for example, here in Massachusetts, there is Indian market in Waltham. A lot of people, a lot of nationalities are supporting this shop, because first of all, the Indians themselves, they are standing up for themselves. They are standing for a common goal. They know what they need. They are supporting to bring out this point of building a strong community. Let me bring out this. Why should we be proud of our country? Let me rephrase it like, why should you be proud of your country when you come here? First of all, it will forever be your country, where you came from. It forever be your origin. Your origin will be from that country. When you find different people here, they will always ask, where do you come from? If you're an African, they need to know, where do you come from? Are you Kenyan? Are you Mozambique? Are you Malawi? Are you Zambia? Are you Equatorial Guinea? You will never say I'm American, because it's not who you are. Even if I get a passport now, I will forever be Ugandan. But we should be proud of where we come from, because they will never take it from us. They will never take it from you. You will forever be that. So you have to be proud of that. You have to have a belonging. Here, everyone has a belonging. But the problem is, you come to our community and when you speak your native language, they look at you as if, some individuals, they are proud of their English, that like they will never change to speak your mother language. Even if you're speaking Luganda, for example, our native language, Luganda, somebody is speaking in English, which shows to me that he's not proud of Luganda. He's not comfortable. He's not proud. He doesn't even care. I'm speaking Luganda and he's speaking English. It's funny. But you'll find Mexican, Spanish people speaking Spanish, speaking their language. When you talk to them in English, they'll tell you they don't understand. Some of them understand, they will speak to you, but when they're speaking together, they will speak their Spanish language. So guys, when you come here, you need to belong to something, and that's where you come from. Surprisingly, when you come here, you find a different community which is different from what was in your mind. When you come here, you think, I'm going to find my brothers, my sisters. But when you come here, you find people who are not proud of where they come from. Some people are not proud. Even when you're walking on the road, you look at somebody who comes from where you come from, but he's just staring to you. He's staring at you like you're a stranger. He cannot say hi. He cannot say, he's not proud. He doesn't want to talk to you because he knows you come from the same country where he comes from. But when they meet other Americans, they're proud. They want to say hi because they want to belong to something which doesn't resemble where they come from. They're not attracted to where they come from. They're attracted to other kinds of people. They're attracted to Indians, attracted to Americans, attracted to men. You have to love where you come from. You have to love the people from where you come from. You have to love your fellow Ugandans. You have to love Kenyans. You have to love others. So I'm telling you guys, it's very important for you to love where you come from. When you love where you come from, it promotes togetherness, it promotes development. You become untouchable. You get the wisdom, because you'll never share wisdom with somebody you're afraid, with somebody you're competing with. Stop competing with your fellow Ugandans, fellow Africans. Compete with the rest of the world. The Nigerians have done this. For example, Nigerians, they have done this. Nigerians, they compete with the top. I've done this, and they are proud of themselves. And Nigerians, they can stand up for other Africans. But when you find Ugandans not standing up for Ugandans, it's funny. Kenyans not standing up for Kenyans, it's funny. But for Nigerians, they have gone away far from us Africans. There is a story I heard from somebody from Africa, a Ugandan. He said, when I was at the airport, stranded, struggling with the I would say like deportation or immigration area. He was coming to America. When he was stranded, A Nigerian came and said, brother, what's going on? What's the problem? How can I help you? But other Ugandans, they are like, they don't want problems for themselves. But you find like a Nigerian stood up for Ugandan. That is amazing. Serious, that's amazing. This is what we need. We need togetherness. We need a belonging to the same kind of people where we come from. But you find like somebody is from your country, but he is not even greeting you. He's just competing you. You are the same work, but they're competing with you. We need to stand up for ourselves. Togetherness promotes wisdom. Togetherness promotes a generational wealth. You're unbreakable. Who will break you when you're together? You support each other. You'll never be poor. You'll never be weak. But the reason why we have weak communities, we have poor communications, we have weak communities, whatever comes, it's us who suffers. Like we are blacks, we Africans, nobody cares. It's because we have a weak community. Yes, I know there are areas where we try to make groups, but still we are not giving 100% to these groups. When somebody dies here in Massachusetts, you'll find like there is like 3 cops. They have not been returned home because there is no enough funds. People are not contributing. But recently, I heard that Kenyans have tried to maintain their community together. Like everybody has to register. Like if you're Kenyan, you're here in Massachusetts, you have to register and you have to contribute. When somebody dies, it's a must for you to contribute $50. But here, the Ugandan community, for example, we're not united. They have their own groups, and each groups have its intentions. You will never trust a group. You will never belong to them because you don't trust them. As the newcomers here, when we come here, what we find is what we take forward. We want things to change, but we cannot change when the people we find here are not together. Here in Massachusetts, there's Spanish schools. You find like we Ugandans, we even prefer taking our kids to Spanish schools than the American schools. We prefer, because we don't have a Ugandan school, we don't have a Kenyan school, we don't have an African school. But Indian schools, you'll find like some Indians, they have certain school, you can even call Indian school. Because at least they have a belonging. They try to create. You find like they have a school which there are many Indians there, which you will not find in the rest of African community. We don't have a school. We find that's why we are suffering here. You take your child to school, you'll find like it is only whites. They get problems there. They are bullied. They are bullied. They are segregated because we are not having a strong community. We need a strong community. We need our own schools. We need a lot. I cannot do it. But if we are together, we can do this. We can sacrifice and we can build our own schools. Hope this message is creative and it's good. But you will find like we don't love where we come from. If we love where we come from, how will we ever live a life of alone? You know, like if we love where we come from, we will forever be together. We love where we come from, we will forever be together and we will forever fight together and conquer together. But if we don't love where we come from, man, it's forever going to be a hassle to even to belong to your community. Thank you guys for watching.